You have a lot of manufacturers to choose from. You have Las Sportivas, you have Merrell, you have Keen, you have Ultras. I mean, you name it. You have like lots of manufacturers, and every hiker thinks that his shoe is the best shoe ever, and it is for him. Hi peeps. First of all, first things first. Please consider to go on my Patreon page. You can find a link in the description and become my patron. In that way you can find some extra content and extra tips and tricks. I don't know. And extra videos and blogs and stuff like that. So please, link in the description, Patreon. Thank you. Cheers. Beer. Second of all, subscribe, right? Cha-ching! So let's speak about hiking footwear. The great debate. So what is this great debate all about? Usually I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I'm looking at some videos, stuff that I like, and I, inspire myself and stuff like that. And then here and there I find videos. They're like named like the best hiking shoe ever, or this is the best hiking shoe, or the best 5 hiking shoes, or you name it. And I'm curious. I click the link and then I see lots of BS. So to get one thing straight, there is no such thing as the best hiking shoe, runner, boot, footwear, whatever. No. And why is that? Because if you have 100 people, you have 200 feet. And every of those is different. Even I have 2 different feet. They're not like symmetrical perfectly. Left one is kind of on the left side and the right side. Right one is on the right side. And manufacturers have like the similar casts, but the foot are different, especially with different people. As humans, we have different sorts of feet or foot. For example, I will describe you my foot. It's long. It's pretty long. It is pretty narrow and narrow. So, it's long and narrow. My feet has low arches. Both of them. My toe is larger than the second toe, the second finger, like the toe is like here, and the second one is here, the second toe, right? And so on. It's pretty steep angle of my toes. Some other human being has thick foot, wide foot. It has the second toe is much longer than the big toe, the toe, right? the main toe. That imaginary human being and myself, we cannot have universal perfect hiking shoe. That's impossible. When you're buying trail runners, you have to figure out which activity are you doing. Are you through hiking? In which season are you through hiking? Are you going on high mountains with high snow? Are you going in the desert or in a place with a lot of rain and water? So that's pretty important. So you can choose trail runners, you can choose hiking shoes or hiking boots. Every and each of them is used for certain terrain. You cannot through hike Pacific Crest Trail in hiking boots. I mean, you can, but you will have a lot of problems in the desert with sweat and it will be scorching hot in your boots. You will get a lot of blisters and so on and so on. But if you go with trail runners on some, I don't know, high mountain with a lot of snow, you will get cold, you will get wet, and you can easily, get in trouble. So it's important when you're buying a shoe, first of all, to know which activity are you doing and where. I've seen that lots and lots of hikers are into this ultra hype. Ultras are one brand of hiking trail runners. I mean, it's a brand of trail runners, and people are, they're acting like some kind of a secret society of ultra owners, and they're like, they think that's the best shoe ever. But the truth is that shoe falls apart like, I don't know, like after 200 miles you can throw it in the trash. The other thing, ultras have, they have like zero drop, and zero drop is not for everybody. I remember a fellow hiker on Pacific Crest Trail. He was hiking in ultras and he had low arches, and he got tendonitis big time, just like me. But I've changed to Las Sportivas Wildcats, and I got better. But he just, toward the end, he was suffering a lot. It was really painful to watch him, how he's like stiff and his feet are, painful and stuff like that. But at the same time, I know, hikers that have ultra long peaks and they're like super satisfied and they can hike a lot with them. They don't have stiffness, they don't have pain, and it's perfect for them. So there is no perfect hiking shoe. I will repeat this 100 times if I need to. There is no perfect hiking shoe. There is no perfect trail runner. There is no perfect hiking boot. Everybody chooses for themselves. And now, the second thing about shoes, and it's pretty important for trail runners, hiking shoes or boots, is insoles. You have to buy quality insoles, because the insoles that you get with the trail runner or hiking shoe or hiking boot is cheap. It's not so well made. You need to buy high quality insole. For example, I own Super Feet insoles, a blue one for low arches, the green one is for high arches. So for high arch, so you choose, you buy. There's like a variety of manufacturers you can choose from. The more rigid the insole is, I think it's the better. You will not be too happy with gel insoles. They are super cushioning. They have a super cushioning. They're like soft. It can really mess up your feet. You probably ask yourself, like, hey, what's Tesla's favorite hiking shoe? And I have my favorite hiking shoe. My favorite hiking shoe is La Sportiva Wildcats. And as you can see in these videos, I had one Mizuno and I was not satisfied, and then I bought La Sportiva 3 pairs until the end of PCT. So 3, and on Colorado Trail I had 1, so that's like 4 La Sportiva Wildcats, and that's my favorite shoe. I will not change it, probably never, because La Sportiva Wildcats are narrow. It has lots of mesh, and my foot is narrow, so people who has like wider foot, they are complaining that La Sportiva Wildcats are too narrow for them. They're like too tight. I don't have that issue. It's perfect for me. The other thing, La Sportiva Wildcats, it has like perfect grip on the bottom. Perfect grip. I sometimes have feeling that it bites the rock, so it's not slipping. So I like it a lot. The third feature is it has great laces. They never unlace, so that's a big thing. The other thing, it has drop. It's not the zero drop shoe on the bottom, like it's not the same on the heels and on the toes. The heels are like thicker, and the on the toes, the bottom of the shoe of the trail runner is thinner. So I like it. My feet like that kind of a shoe. If you don't have high arches, you will like that. It will be great for your foot. If you have high arches, you will probably prefer like zero drop hiking runners or shoes. So the sole of trail runner is pretty important, because if it's good, you can hike much longer time if your soles of your trail runners are thicker and healthy, if they're not like worn out. So for example, if you have perfectly new and good trail runner and perfect soles, you can hike without feeling a fatigue of your feet, for example, for, I don't know, 6-7 hours. But if your soles on your trail runners are worn out, after 2 hours you're done. You start to feel fatigue in your feet. Not even pain. Pain comes later, but first you feel fatigue. Please consider to become my patron on Patreon page. If you do that, you will get some extra content. You will get extra blogs, some photos, and behind-the-scenes materials, Q&As, and stuff like that. So please support my work. I'm a freelancer. This is what I do for a living. So yeah, thank you very much. And of course, subscribe, hit like button, and share. Bye.